now.
All right, we got our first draft actually already underway versus the Dire versus Infamous. I don't want to hold you guys away from Dota any longer, so let's go ahead and get into it here and now. I know you guys did not want to see Lich, but he's going to be the first pick coming out for the Dire team. The Dire.
The Lich is pretty much the same hero that he has been all the time. Some smaller buffs to his armor and deny. Before, there was one time that he was actually overpowered with the cooldown on his deny.
Yep, that was super big. He's one of those heroes I'm not a fan of seeing just because it feels like it's a different playstyle. He slows the game down from minute number 1, which, I mean, is good. I mean, that's why he's going to be first picked. If he's not banned, he'll absolutely be first picked almost every time. On the other side of the thing, Nature's Prophet, we've seen a ton of him as well. He's one of those guys, you know, he doesn't need a TP scroll to help you on the map. You can have a tri-lane. There you go, 4th hero immediately there. It's one of those heroes that can just move around. We saw Universe. I mean, he plays it amazingly. We're going to see probably off-lane Pepita playing it. And then Night Stalker, the Vision game. They have a lot of Vision game already.
Yeah, I feel about Night Stalker, he's still one of the best position 4 heroes. Yeah. But it's a double-edged sword picking him. If teams play safe after the 4th minute mark and he doesn't get any kills, or they kill him in return, the hero is not that strong. Also, we have on the Dire side, Lich and Earthshaker. I don't know if it's going to be roaming Earthshaker or offlane. I still think Earthshaker for the offlane is one of the best heroes. So they have, because he pulls the lane back, gets the guaranteed XP and the gold, plus he has a Lich with him, so he can deny 1 creep for the offlane as well. Yep. So everything is pretty much open for the Dire lineup right now.
I think from what I've seen is Misery has been playing a lot of it. Yeah, I think it's moved a little bit. I could, but yeah, and actually Peter, I know CCNC is one of those guys who always wants to win his lane. So I think I think it's gonna be like dual lane middle with Lich and then Earthshaker roaming around. The thing is, how do you make stuff happen with an Earthshaker Lich, right? If it is your support duo, like you just.
They're not that mobile, you just want to destroy the lane. Whatever you put Lich, you destroy the lane. And if he eats a creep on an offlane, if Shaker is not there, he's gonna get the lane back, win the offlane as well, if it's in it. So pretty much they can do whatever they want with these 2 heroes so far.
Yeah, should be interesting. We see, like you said, Necro as well as Veno banned out. I'm really surprised Lich wasn't, because usually those 3 are...
Yeah, it's hard to ban 3 heroes when you have 2 bans only.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's just simple math, guys.
Well, I'm not really known for my math.
Can we double check? What was the?
Can we check the rules?
2 minus 3.
What am I getting here? Yeah, it's 2 bans.
Carry
only.
the 1.
Yep. And Nyx and Batrider banned out from the other team. So far, I know Peter was one of the first people who always talked about getting those Vision heroes. Like, you want Vision, you want to be able to destroy the map, and right now Infamous has far better Vision heroes. They have a Lich and Earthshaker. That provides 0 vision, does nothing. Night Stalker, Nighttime, amazing. Nature's Prophet, everywhere on the map, amazing. It's going to be interesting. And AA banned.
Does that give any tells at all? Is the AA just that good of a support you got to take it off the table? Or is it the Dire considering something that, you know, AA would typically like Necro? Yeah. Oh, it was banned?
Necro is banned.
That's right.
Maybe a Huskar, something with a lot of heal potential. Maybe a Pugna as well with an ultimate.
5 seconds remaining.
Just so people know, we're calling them the Dire because that's their team name, but they're actually on Radiant.
Yeah.
So there might be a little confusion coming here.
We had a little agreement. We're gonna call them the D.
The D, yeah.
Peter and the D coming out.
Boy,
yeah, the D in PPD's names. That's the. What does it stand for? PPD.
Dagger. Right?
Dagger, I believe.
Sure.
So.
Or
I think it's just his name.
Dam. Peter Pan Dam.
I think so.
Yeah, no, I just.
10 seconds.
The D, yeah, it stands for Dick.
You're just being funny.
No, Silencer. That's a. I mean, when Infamous used to draft it, it used to be a Tomato.
Tomato mid Silencer, yeah.
But it will not. That's for sure going to be an Excel hero, I believe. Just a hard 5 roll. It stops a lot, you know? Like, you jump in, you want to gank, or say Earthshaker jumps in, he's going to get his ulti off, and that's it, right? Jumps in, ults, global silence. It can just turn around a fight.
I don't think we mentioned it yet, but and people may have already known, of course, but Demon is going to be standing in for the Dire. Zai is not able to play today, so he's going to be filling in that position.
Just today.
Now, is Demon just going to be playing the off lane, or are they going to swap it around a bit?
He'll be playing, I believe he'll be playing the off lane. You assume they want to like keep their 4 roles at least, and Demon's been playing a decent chunk of off lane.
It looks like he'll be playing the Tidehunter too for his team. He looks so big on the freaking draft. It's crazy.
How do you feel about an Earthshaker
5
Tidehunter?
seconds remaining.
Aren't you putting like a lot of your eggs in the long cooldown basket and just
No,
team
I
fight?
think Tidehunter is silencer during the mid-game fights. He's the natural Guardian Greaves carrier, so he can just cancel the fight when the global is used.
Alright.
Just remove the silence and use the Ravage. That's what I'm thinking.
That makes sense. It's a good counter
Yeah,
pick
pretty
right
much
after
everything I
Silencer.
say makes sense.
Yeah, for the most part.
Maybe you just don't get it.
Like
that's it.
50%, but you round up mathematically.
Yeah.
So,
Radiant team pick.
I can't hear you anymore. You like sat back on your pack and turned it off. Now you're good.
I'm good.
Yeah, just be careful. There you go.
So, Ursa picked up against Tidehunter with Fury Swipes. Tidehunter can't remove it, so this is a good kill potential on a Tide. Infamous
10
with
seconds
the
remaining.
lineup Night Stalker, Nature's Prophet, Silencer. Oh,
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
It feels a lot more, besides Silencer, it feels really runny, right? Night Stalker Ursa in the early game, you just want to run at people, and then Nature's Prophet can just TP you around to any sort of maps.
All right. We muted across. This pack was kind of fuzzing out a bit, so we'll make sure we get that fixed up there.
Listen, now this is just Grand Dakota here. For me, the Dire team, the D, I should say,
The D.
with their huge team. I mean, I've noticed PPD and Arteezy actually draft the same way in the league. They draft extremely high team fight, and they just want to win team fights. They don't care what heroes they have. As long as they win team fights, they win the game. And, I mean, look at their team fight. It's actually
good.
just
Better now.
insane. They have more AoE than a lot of teams draft in, like, over a full best-of-3 series. They have
10
4
seconds
extremely high
remaining.
team fighters.
They got Queen of Pain now for CC&C, and that pretty much
5
fits the
seconds
bill and
remaining.
what you were talking about before, Grant.
Yeah. And it's going to be interesting. He is a lane dominator, but we do not know the middle hero yet for Infamous. It could still be Ursa. We doubt it because Ursa vs. Tide is extremely good for Ursa. It's going to be very interesting to see.
Now they have the opportunity to be able to at least get that last pickup.
Yep.
Klaus is currently brushing up against some sort of wild animal at the moment, but
Yeah, it's a cute little wolf.
it's a little wolf here. Can you put that wolf away?
Yeah.
Grant's
My
weasel
hair.
from
It
yesterday.
came back. It formed its own thing, came back. That's a TB ban. Interesting.
you don't need pants for the victory dance. Because Baboon is better than Weasel.
Is that a Croatian jingle?
No, that's a American cartoon.
Yeah, that's the
Where's that?
I am
Cartoon
Weasel.
Network. Yeah, and it's the one where the
10
monkey had a
seconds
really
remaining. Yep.
big fat red ass.
Like a baboon?
IR Baboon.
Yeah, the baboon.
Yeah.
IR baboon.
5
Yeah.
seconds
I've never.
remaining.
What is that channel? Channel was that on?
Cartoon
Cartoon
Network.
Radiant
Yeah.
team
It was on Cartoon Network back then. But Death Prophet banned out. They just don't want to get pushed in. It's going to be a tad interesting.
Yeah, fear the heavy siege pressure, the heavy objective push, potentially going to be coming out from Infamous when maybe the D would like to
Yep.
be a bit more scrappy, a bit more team fighty.
10
Yeah,
seconds
and now
remaining.
if Infamous wants, they can definitely counterpick, obviously, the Queen of Pain middle. The problem
5
is
seconds
Queen of
remaining.
Pain middle loses to a few heroes, but he can always do stacks. He can always farm heroes if he wants. It's a tough counterpick because he has a blink.
Final pick to be coming out here
we go.
for the D, and it's
Damn.
a gyrocopter.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen a lot of gyrocopters anywhere right now. So Gyro, a very good team fighter again, right? Another huge not huge cooldown actually. His ult's very low cooldown, but insane
10
team fights.
seconds remaining.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be all about Infamous
5
here. They
seconds
really
remaining.
need something that can just counter a team fight. Guardian Greaves, because they don't have a Guardian Greaves hero right now.
On Infamous'
Yeah,
side.
they just need a Mac,
Yeah,
not even Guardian
heal,
Greaves, just a
bump,
Mac.
some sort of buffer to be able to kind of get
Yep.
some longevity in
But
these fights.
they need a mid hero or a carry, and none of those mid or carries really carry mechs around anymore.
Unless you think they could put the silencer mid lane.
But then, yeah, I guess, and then you get something else. That'll be interesting, though, because Silencer vs. Quap's not bad, but if he gets blocked off by Earthshaker, he's going to die.
Yeah.
I think they need another high mobility. I think it feels like Peter he had this draft written out in his notebook. He's like, oh, this is easy.
Do you think he's already trying that hard this early in the
absolutely.
season? I think he has a book and everything he's
Yeah.
trying to get going.
He moved out next to me. I hung out with him. He's ready. He's like, you know what? I've seen how other people are playing. Nah, that absolutely not. I'm going to do my own thing. So, Yeah, he's definitely ready to go.
I don't know. I think you're good. Yeah, you're good, Lacoste. Can you talk?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello, I'm back. What I wanted to say a few minutes ago, Night Stalker, Nature's Prophet, and Silencer. All these 3 heroes, you want to be as active as possible during the early game. So I think they want to give Silencer some early int, get a good start for a Tinker. And Furion is kind of a hero I didn't like, but I'm starting to like him, especially with Orb of Venom build.
Yeah.
Like, he just destroys the lane.
Yes, well, I guess we did kind of lie. It will be Misery in the off lane with Demon on the support Earthshaker. He has been playing a lot of Earthshaker, so I guess it makes sense. And Peter on Lich, how do you feel when you, like, if you pick a random Lich, like, you know you're probably going to win the game, but you can't have fun, right? Like, it's just not a fun hero to play.
Peter probably has fun by just watching the game and making the calls and telling people what to do.
It's a good hero to do that with,
yeah,
too.
it's the most, like, it feels like the most mindless kind of a thing. You just suck up a creep, occasional blast here, get that chain off in a good time. Frost armor the shit out of everyone you know and their relatives.
It's a Tinker, though. We have seen South America fall back on this hero quite a bit. Like, it feels like we're out-drafted kind of thing. We need to pick something that can carry and just do stuff on the map, and I mean, I guess they just fall back on the Tinker.
Yeah, I love the Tinker pick, to be honest. They don't have anything against him, nothing to catch him besides Queen of Pain, but there's no vision for Tinker.
And we got a early pause already coming out of the gate here. And I don't think my hotkeys are actually still set up correct. So I wouldn't mind if we could go over to the other screen here so I could quickly change up my controls. Could we go ahead? Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much. I don't want to alt tab and show everybody all the frantic porn I have in the background here while I like to cast.
Definitely don't want to do that. And we see Nature's Prophet will be in the offlane. Like you said, you get an Orb of Venom. You can really, you can do some harass. And do you think they might want to 1v1 him against the Tidehunter? How's that like work out? Treants do a decent amount of damage, especially early game.
Yeah, but on level 3 with level 2 Kraken, Tide should be fine.
Should be fine, yeah, even if he gets harassed. And here we go. Pycat's going to try to farm up one of these guys, use a little bit of his mana pool. Will it be worth it? It is, actually. Those give quite a bit of experience, but he doesn't pick it up. Demon on the roaming Earthshaker. It just feels weird, like, when you have a Lich and Earthshaker, you kind of want him to come at you.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if they do, and then Demon gets a good block. Could just be kills.
Another moment here for the Dire side here as they kind of get set up and prepared.
Yep.
What do you think is the main objective here, Lacoste, of this Night Stalker for this game? Is it making a kind of stronger impact in helping out the Tinker early on? Is he already going to be migrating, it looks like, down towards the off-lane side?
He'll probably be, he has a good kill potential on pretty much every lane. He needs to get a silence if they want to kill Queen of Pain on the mid lane. But with Furion on bottom lane, if he destroys the lane, he can get some kills there as well.
Yeah,
what Demon is doing, I don't know, they're just waiting to see how they're going to lane it.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit nervous that they might just run uphill at him, because, I mean, a level 1 Earthshaker doesn't actually do that much. He throws out a stun, and then he just gets run down. But doesn't look like anything's going to happen. They're just going to rotate over, and Dire actually, if some reason Tidehunter went up, they could have possibly gotten a kill, but they're just going to move middle lane now and either look for a courier snipe or look for a kill on Lich. I have a feeling already denied the middle range creep, making the lane a lot harder for Tinker.
Oh, there's the courier.
Stinger.
Oh, he didn't place the war. He's going to see it come back now, though. Here we go. But look at all Demons here. We'll see what he can do. He has a stun up, and they're just going to hide the chicken. Smart play.
Oh, moves on for CC&C. Excel will end up showing himself, but with so many from Infamous missing off the map, they are hesitant to get that courier out of the pocket, but they now will send him back on his journey, and just in time, too. Stinger's already also going to be heading out from the woods. Pops Quinn with a little Void, and he'll be on his way.
I think it's...
Infamous wasted a lot of time on that mid trying to get a chicken, but PPD just hit it in the trees. On the bottom lane, Misery with the experienced build, I would call it. 8 set of tangos, 1 healing salve, plus Ring of Protection just to negate the damage from the Treants.
Yep.
They're already swapping the lanes. They want to have Ursa against that Tidehunter. That's their ideal matchup.
Yeah, because they want Nature's Prophet to be able to rotate around. If he's just in a 1v1 lane against Tidehunter, he's going to have to stay there. Tidehunter will just get far out of control. But they're both just going to stay down here for a little bit until he gets level 2 so he can TP away. And now middle lane, looks like he might go down CC&C. He's level 2. He could blink forward if he really wants. He actually is going to. Oh, and he dodges the rock with that blink. I don't know if intentional, might have been, but he is in a lot of trouble. One auto attack and he's dead now.
One more Shadow Strike.
Oh, actually not. Oh, and he actually gets the laser off. He's going to get first blooded. Oh, man. And
Oh, the laser. Oh, he ends up getting dropped anyways from Demon in his fissure, but still, the turnaround takedown.
That was a cocky play. I was expecting actually to hit a Shadow Strike first because laser was ready for Tinker.
Misery's in trouble. One more slash and he'll be going down. Can they get a hold of him?
It's 305 versus 310. He has 5 more moves. Oh, nice Q over the hill, actually. And, well, nice start for Dire there. A little bit of an outplay middle lane, CC&C. But he's not too worried about it. You know, you gave up first blood and all that, but, I mean, you're still going to be in the lane. Just Tinker laser, man. The miss chances, it can just ruin any lane.
It's more than 100%.
Yeah, 110 if I recall. And now Misery already TP's back up top. He's like, all right, you guys want to swap lanes? So will we. It's actually kind of nice Misery died. Now he doesn't have to worry about missing experience. Just TP's up top. Like, I'm not going back to that lane. And so another lane rotation, swapping the carries. Do you see Stinger? He hasn't done much. Boots first. Still level 1 on the Night Stalker. Going to go down bottom and, oh, Frost Armor. That's the worst for Night Stalker. He throws out a Q and then tries to click you once and just does nothing. Yeah, Frost Armor is so good.
Mild harassment here coming up from Pycat, looking to go into the Ursa,
get
but they've turned it around. It's a 4-on-1 as they make the jump for Pycat, and he's gone.
There you go. You talked about, though, they committed 4 for that. Like Lacoste said earlier, it's a big commitment for an early kill for 164 gold. And top lane now, Misery just has a free lane.
Yeah,
so
and it's going to be a lot of time for Misery to farm up. Ursa might TP on top, but he doesn't have mana. Just a swap lane again.
Yep. Middle lane, man. 14-3 versus 11-5, so actually very even. I'm surprised Tinker's not maybe abusing laser spam a little more to get more CS. Like from what I've heard from mid players, every laser you cast in the early game should equal 2 CS, whether it's a deny and a creep, or 2 denies or 2 creep kills. And the fact that Quap's doing a good job keeping up, obviously, Lich is a big reason, but we're still watching. And he blinks forward. He already saw laser use, so all of his attacks will be fine. Just harass him out.
Zones him back from the lane. While this is going on, Peter's making quite a chunky Ancient stack nearby for what looks like Misery to eventually move into. This Tidehunter can get farmed very fast. He's had some soul lane opportunity and now has kind of that side economy to be able to fall back on.
Yep. And yeah, they might just, and they can take that a lot earlier because they have a gyro as well. You just pop flak, you just anchor smash, you can take it down, share the experience up if you need. But it is Phase Boots Ursa, and that's when this guy can just click Phase Boots, get 2 or 3 auto attacks, and if the Lich isn't in your lane, you're probably going to die. But luckily he's in the correct lane right now, sitting bottom with his friend.
Night Stalker can't really go. Yeah. There also PPD placed the ward right on top of Night Stalker.
Yep.
And Ursa can't swap the lanes anymore, it has to stop, so...
He just did. Top to the lane he goes.
Yeah, I was saying he just needed mana to TP, and after this he's not going to swap lanes anymore.
Yep, they need to commit. They're using a lot of gold on. Luckily, gold TPs are only 50. There is no mana up on this guy. He doesn't even have Orb of Venom. Can they bring him down? He has Phase Boots, which is insane.
Yeah.
He could just TP right away, right?
Anchor
now
TP.
He can.
No, it's too late now. He has to juke. Demon's here to help, though.
Oh, nice block. Demon is here, but they just no mana on the Ursa's making this so hard. Gets stunned. He still has the Fury Swipes. They're actually going to fall off shortly if he doesn't get another hit. And they're just wasting time right now. There's the TP. He should go down, yeah.
Oh, they got him. Okay.
Nicely done. So early 4 kills going the way of Infamous, which is nice.
They're making it go for Pycat, too. They hit him up with the Silence, the Curse, Void, but looks like PPD is able to kind of step in. Frost Armor again helping out quite a bit.
Yeah, I'll say it right now, Ice Armor is imbalanced.
Yeah, absolutely. At least he does go the 1-1-1 build. Actually, I've been seeing a DC's former player, Buryu, who goes 0-4-4, which just makes me want to, you know, strangle a little kitten. I wouldn't, obviously, but
no,
love him.
0-4-4.
And he's just a Frost Armor god. One of the greats.
Well, you should get at least one level of it because the slow stacks for Lich spells.
All 3 of his spells, yeah. As well, it's just a nuke. I mean, level 1 of every spell is almost always the best because it goes from 0 to something. Math. Tinker, he's now losing middle pretty hard. Obviously, the Lich was there for the first 2 or so levels, and he gets Shadow Strike if it's level 2. It's pretty good. Top lane. Demon has a stun. I mean, this could just be a solo kill by him. I don't believe so, but had 8 stick charges.
Able to bully him out of the lane, though.
So, Lacoste, do you think it's just Radiant's just going to farm? They're going to get all their level 6s, and they're just going to 5-mana lane, take a tower?
Yeah, once they get a Ravage and Chain Frost and Lich, they can fight. They're really not in a rush. The only thing they need to be concerned of is defending the Roche against Ursa, and Tinker. It's going to be hard to go into that.
Here comes Stinger.
Oh, he wants the chicken. Look at this, man. This chicken controlled by Peter is actually some of the best I've ever seen in my career.
Flies it up over the trees, and it's gone.
Let me see. Pepita, actually.
They're going in,
They
though.
are.
Ooh, they're thinking about it.
It just... you can't dive Frost Armor plus, say, a TP in from Earthshake or something. It's going to be so tough, but they're just crowding that lane, not letting him farm.
Yeah, soon could be a rotating tide with Ravage here as he farms through some of the woods. He's got super close to that level 6. Mid lane, it looks like Tinker's able to pop an invis from avoiding potential trouble.
Interesting build on CCNC. Sometimes you see Queen of Pains skipping Sonic Wave. It gives you a better kill potential, but if you don't have mana, then having level 1 more level in stream is better.
Yeah. Because you're going to be spamming it to farm anyway, so you might as well, if you know you're not going to fight it, I think CCNC knows, like, I'm going to be the highest level in the game. We have to wait for everyone to get level 6 anyways.
Does this double damage he picked up entice him to kind of take a fight, though?
Definitely. Misery is 6, and he has Ravage. They might commit the first Ravage up here. It's a tough kill, because he has 10 stick charges and his ulti. And they had Vision.
They had Vision, yeah. They saw Queen of Pain picking up DD and going top.
It's an adorable little Moogle ward. Don't know they got that in the game, but...
That's like clearly a
definitely
copyright steal, right?
So first nighttime, they're up 4-1 kills. I don't think the Night Stalker really did anything, but they're up kills, and I wouldn't say it's wasted,
He's
but
about
he's in
to
a lot
feed.
of trouble.
Looks like CCNC is going to be able to get him here. A bit
One
more
auto
posing,
attack.
more auto
he's
attack.
this guy, look at him up. Just scream. Had the bottle, and damn, look at that. Drops the Null Talisman to wand in front of the tower. Whatever. Hit him with the South American. And just value. I love value.
This is what I was talking about during the big phase about Night Stalker. The hero is good, but you need to find an opening. The heroes on the Dire, not the Dire side, the Dire team, they have Earthshaker and Lich with Frost Armor early. It's pretty much impossible to dive. And now that Tidehunter is level 6, they don't have a classic initiator. The only thing they have is Night Stalker running in.
Yeah.
And Ursa needs to get a Blink Dagger. It's going to take another 3 minutes probably to get it.
Yep.
So it's going to be hard for them to take a fight. Even with the Blink Dagger, when Ravage is up, it's going to be hard to fight.
Yeah, you don't want to blink into Ravage, Chain Fraud, just all their spells. It doesn't feel like Infamous can win a team fight at any point in this game. I mean, I think they're just going to have to out-farm them with Split Push, which they have better Split Push, obviously.
Silencer needs to get up towards that level 6 too. Having that global could be a bit of a turnaround game changer, but...
And this is normal Excel.
Mid lane.
Very
See you later,
sacrificial.
Tinker. Gets hit with a laser. They still hold the Sonic Wave, but he doesn't have the mana to use it. Oh no! Just off 20 or so mana. Being able to go for the finish.
Damn,
now
he
the
gets a
curse.
Only level 3 though. If he had like level 2 last word, this would be very close to a kill actually.
Yeah, but he was level 8 with level 4 Arcane Curse and Last Word.
Yeah.
He would have killed
Oh,
Queen of Pain.
Pepita trying to move in to go for the finish here. Spots out Demon, hits him with the Sprout.
Frost Armor.
Frost Armor, TP, Pepita eats some damage under the tower. CCNC moves in, but can't quite go for the finish.
Nice. They actually made, I mean, maybe they wanted to push middle tower anyways, but they made Misery come middle with reasonably low mana, so top lane's going to be free for Ursa, and he is going to get that earlier Blink Dagger now, which is nice for him. So a little missed rotation there from the Radiant.
Yeah, we
Bottom
didn't
lane,
talk about the Gyro
Yeah, he's
at
just
all.
farming.
He's just farming 1 death.
Yep.
With a Flag Canyon, he can easily come back into the game.
Oh yeah, that's, you know, you always worry about, can we get, I mean, they have Tide, they have Gyro, they can clear stacks, clear creep waves. Almost impossible to push uphill versus them.
Gyro needs to tank up. He has SNY queued up. Maybe a good choice. Could
Oh.
still be just a casual Sange, and then into Heaven's Halberd against Ursa.
That was a very interesting ulti by the Ursa. He could blink over and maybe go for it, but Tinker TPs, has boots of travel now. Tinker's done a good job. He's the top CS by actually over 20. We saw him farm like 2 double stacks with Marches, and he's feeling pretty good about himself. But the problem is, can a Tinker solo carry a game if he's the only one farming? The answer is usually no. He's a good hero. I mean, he's going to win you a lot of early mid-game team fights, but then you just lose. But the Ursa is farming as well.
They're gonna need a lot of BKBs on Infamous side if the game drags. Pretty much everything they have is magical damage, besides Gyro, right click, and some Queen of Pain plus ulti.
And this is a very good start from Infamous. They're up about like what 1.2k gold. They're feeling pretty good. Even bottom lane getting pushed in hard by it. It's so easy to push the Nature's Froth with the high damage on Treants now. Just solo push. You don't even know your tower's melting, and it just is. But Misery TP's down now to save it.
Arcane Rune on Ursa with a Blink Dagger.
That's
Tidehunter is being pinged out, no TP on him.
Here
they
they
see
go.
him.
He's gonna get scouted.
Nice. You
Nice,
can try to hide
traps
out.
him
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna have
Don't,
bow
Ravage,
power.
don't.
He did.
He got
He
the ult,
did.
and he's trapped. What a... Oh,
Oh!
they might try to. No, Misery gets stomped out. He's just not doing... He has a Blink Dagger up if he... Oh, he could have blinked there, but Excel's here. They're trying to chase him down. Demon just hiding. Nice ulti comes out, but it's a 5-man by Infamous. Will they be able to get more? Yellow and blue are just sitting up top, but they're very nervous, and CCNC is actually going in right now. No blink up on Tinker, so he won't be able to get Quinn up there, and they do get Demon and a tower. So a one-team fight from Dire, and he used Ravage like you said he shouldn't. And it
Could have
kind
been
of hurts him.
Yeah, it could have been different if
A lot
Ursa
better.
blinked out. He had the Blink Dagger
did.
ready with that Arcane Rune. Maybe he didn't pay attention to that. Also, it was ready, so he could have blinked in once again. What's the cooldown? 12 seconds,
then the
25.
Arcane.
Do the
Yeah.
math. You do the
Yeah,
math.
it's like
Do the math.
9.42. It's something beating, I know, but
5.32. I mean, Pi's involved
Yep.
somewhere.
no, but they're winning this phase. They're winning the early game, and now that the first Ravage is down, Dire's not going to be that scared for what 90 more seconds.
Oh, Queen of Pain actually died from Arcane Curse, from Silencer.
Oh.
She just okay. That's on us for sure.
Yeah.
Good
It's probably
luck
on
with
me
us.
for not really watching it, but
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I'm rusty
he
as hell,
shouldn't have
dude.
died. That's how I always, when I'm observing, if someone shouldn't do something, it's not my fault if they do it.
that's true.
And I think the biggest thing's Demon's blink now. Because Misery isn't going to go blink, he is their initiator. So Demon's probably going to just farm a lane for a little bit until Misery's ult's back up.
Yeah, he's bottom right now. Peter over his shoulder, kind of helping out a bit. Looks like Night Stalker Stinger going a bit in deep, able to
See ya.
snub the bounty rune under the nose of Pycat. Misery trying to catch him on the other side, but he's gone. And he's going to grab another bounty rune.
Oh, wow.
Money.
Misery is going blink, I lied. Instead of going like the Met Guardian Greaves, like you said, he is going
I don't
blink.
think he's gonna go for a blink.
think?
It depends on Earthshaker when he's getting his blink.
Yeah.
Having 2 blinks on Earthshaker and Tidehunter, I don't think that's good that early.
Stinger returns back once again, and this time he's going to get punished for it.
And that's one thing late game they can fight around. The Radiant can, or the Die or the Radiant, whatever you want to call them, the D. Gyro's ultimate, for how good it is, it's one of like the lowest cooldown ultimates. Super nice to have.
Yeah, you'll definitely have it for at least once every typical engagement.
Yep. Should. And
Yeah.
then
Once CCNC gets that Yule Scepter, he can remove Global Silence, Arcane Curse, Silence from the Night Stalker. Also use it offensively when Ursa
They're going in
forces,
top.
and Rage.
Getting a lot
Ooh.
of damage. Oh, the
That
global
ulti.
too. Not quite enough to be able to get the finish on the Misery, so
nice
he's still
silence.
swinging.
He has fly away if he needs. There will. He'll just soar away. Well, no, he's bad. He's gonna get ulti. He's probably gonna do it now. Global comes out. Rockets are flying. Will they be able to do anything? Tinker's trying to do laser, so he can't even hit him, but he just gets the stun off. He
This
will.
looks bad for the D.
Yeah, Pepita here, they gives him the tree vision with Sprout, but a nice ulti from Pycat. Like we said, there's the
Whoa.
Ravage, and they're going to get it, but here comes Tinker. They need to be able to get out of there. They're TPing. Oh, the Blink Dagger!
Yo!
Damn.
There we go.
This guy's going nuts right now. This Tinker is going to be super out of control real quick if they keep doing that.
Whoa, he just
Tinker
bought
died, or Quap died again. Like somewhere, if you double click, somewhere
Dakota?
by their tier 1.
Over here.
Ursa killed him.
Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's not my fault.
And there was a team fight going on.
Yeah, I mean,
No, this
I could
is-
ditch that.
Dude, Dire is looking, I mean, Infamous. I'm just using their team name. Infamous is looking great.
Him is looking great.
There goes your answer.
PBD seems
Rand,
washed up clearly. They're not
Tidehunter.
going to make it far.
Yeah.
So.
Tidehunter just bought a mech
Okay, good.
because Earthshaker is
should.
getting close to Blink Dagger.
That's how it should be, for sure.
Oh, there's a huge stack.
Yeah, that could be
Still.
Gyro. That could be Misery.
I think you give it to Gyro now that Misery has his mech, but maybe you want the Guardian Greaves a little quicker.
Yeah, Gyro going up S and Y. BKB after? Is that the plan? Do you build
Yeah.
more to damage?
Yeah, he needs it.
The blind is going to be a problem. for
Ursa
sure.
with another Arcane Rune plus Mask of Madness. Is the Mask of Madness the build on Ursa? I talked to you, Grant, about the Mask of Madness yesterday,
Yeah.
about FPL. Pretty much every melee hero is picking it up once again.
Yeah. It's
Even
just
Jug, Luna.
PA I saw last
PA.
night.
APL. Like, it's just a very good... Because look at how much it gives you. It gives you 110 attack speed. How much is a Hyperstone? That's 55. You're getting 4,000 gold worth of items on an active. And it
Yeah,
just
but you're
lowers your armor and
silenced,
your
that's the
silence.
problem.
Yeah, but I mean, you just click it. And, I mean, you're rich. Every time you click Mask of Madness, you're a little bit richer. Like King Midas himself.
Damn.
Damn.
The Touch of Gold.
And Pykat's almost level 12, so even lower cooldown on his ulti, more damage. And there we go. They are just going to farm it up together. 4-man leech this experience. Oh, I think if that march was a little bit farther to the right, just steal some of it, that would actually be hilarious.
Yummy.
Like, whoops.
Tinker's like, where all this extra money coming from?
Sick.
They are heavy pressure. Credit to the D for pretty good defense around these towers. They still get to hold their mid-tier 1. They still have their top tier 1. Infamous are kind of hitting a good stride as far as the fights, but you got to follow it up with objectives, gentlemen. It is an objective game after all.
Yeah.
Ravage is ready. Earthshaker with a Blink Dagger. They just smoke. They want to kill something. Oh, Ursa.
hi there.
Oh, this is gonna be big.
Can they
Comes
finish him
Rockets
off,
coming
though?
in now, though, and Tinker's going to be spamming up. They might get this kill, but they're going to commit a ton for it. And look at Misery goes down. He has an Aegis. This is actually a terrible fight right now that Ravage is down. They're going to try to run away. Can they? Nope. Pepita as well as Tinker, and Leo Style is flying around the map on this Tinker. This is just mobility reincarnate. This guy is nuts. He's really farmed, too.
Yep.
Aether Lens, Bots, Blink, Soul Ring, 3,000 away from an Aghanims. When you have that bouncing laser, no one's allowed to attack, but they're going in again, actually. They find Demon on the backside, and he's dead. This is...
SA Dota, baby.
Yeah, I don't believe the Dire as the team. They shouldn't be losing these team fights at this point in the game, right? Like, if you're committing 5 here and you're losing, you're using a lot of long cooldown ults.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate for them because they were smoked up and Ursa just blinked for that region. If it was any other rune, he probably wouldn't.
Have, yeah.
They were trying to find a kill on anyone besides Ursa because he had the Aegis.
And now we could see some crazy stuff coming. We actually have another silence stick on Nature's Prophet. He's doing a decent job keeping up. That's the biggest thing with Nature's Prophet is you're either going to find a lot of gold or you're just going to be ganking and you might fall behind, but he's done a decent job. He's a little low on levels, but that's most Nature's Prophets at this part.
Because he doesn't have Midas.
Yeah.
He wanted to have that Orchid just for extra.
Oh, they're going in. He has a
Lockdown.
silent stick. He should just die. Nope, he has a Eul's into the air. We're going to see anything come out. Oh, they get the global because he doesn't have
Wow.
Eul's, and they might chase down Misery here as well. Stinger is on his booty. Going to throw out an urn probably. There it is. Going to slow him down. And Pepita going to chase as well, but they can't go uphill. It's scary to go uphill to a shrine.
Stinger
But
says,
they're
I
going
don't
to.
care.
Yep, he just doesn't. Tinker's just nuking him all over the place. Get a rearm here, possibly blink forward again. Will he find him? Should get the vision. Yep.
Oh, he was
Flying
looking for
vision.
it
Nice.
for sure.
Oh my goodness, and all these people are low over here. What are they doing? Nice ulti by Demon.
Whoa!
They'll go down, and now, I don't know. Leo Style is just out of control.
Another double kill for the Tinker here. 8-19 already at about 20 minutes into this one.
He's, oh my goodness. And he's been involved in 12 kills out of 19 on a Tinker. Like, early game, he shouldn't be getting that many kills, but now he is just going to be over-farmed. He is 4,000 above the closest person on the Radiant team.
What's the comeback plan here for the Dire now?
You got Wombo combo. That's pretty much
Yeah.
it. You have to like all your ults, and they have a Furion and Tinker who can just split push you. This is perfect situation for Infamous. Wow. I saw this draft and I thought Radiant would be doing just a lot more team fighting together. But
So
the split
what is
pushing-
really attributed to that? I mean, I hate to like point out people or calls, but I know we've witnessed a couple of
Who do we
Queen
blame?
of Pain kills that unfortunately
I-
didn't, go the way as expected.
I think Misery's usage of ultis has been a little off, and I think CCNC's been overly
Over-aggressive, yeah.
And they have a silencer now who has a phase boots Midas. This guy's even ripped up now. His Midas is off cooldown. He's not using it. No biggie. This is
That's
the
the
this is
worst
the King's
thing.
Cup. We have
Yeah.
King Midas, and my man's he's just like, if you're not going to use it off within 5-second cooldown, you're
Come
actually
on.
losing. Yeah. there we
Whoa,
go.
hard
20
move in,
seconds.
up to the high
There we
ground
go.
here from Demon to make the jump onto Stinger.
He's going to fly to... Oh, he's not going to make it, though. Tries to go to that shrine. Can't quite make it. Pink on the backside. He's helping him.
Yeah, but this is not the kill they want. They want to kill the Ursa, they want to kill the Tinker.
Oh, and CCNC actually gets found, and he's just going to die again. Overly aggressive play on the Tinker.
Ursa has a full BKB finished, so they don't have pretty much anything to deal the damage to him.
Yep.
Queen of Pain right-click damage is not significant yet.
And Nature's Prophet, like you said, going for a BKB himself, like very early for a Furion, but that's all their damage. And they're going to find Gyro up. They're going to trap him in. Here comes some more lasers, rockets flying in. Hits him. Demon's
him.
actually in a lot of trouble, too. If Leo Style noticed, and he did. He's going in. My man's nuts, but he gets the blink off. That's just heads-up play, even going for that kill on Demon.
Yeah, Infamous should just keep pressuring them, and
Yeah.
Roche is gonna spawn pretty soon. Give Aegis to maybe a Tinker, and cheese to Ursa, because Tinker has a big streak
Yeah.
and full Aghanim Scepter completed.
And he can
They don't
blink
want to
out
feed that.
everything, Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we see, though, my favorite, trying to push against the old Lich with Frost Armor on the tower.
The old Lich.
Does he have level 4 ice on? Oh. This is what my personal hell is, I'm pretty sure. And they're trying Misery's tanking up front, but he needs to be careful. I mean, this Tinker can actually just blow him up pretty quickly.
Yeah, Silencer, Tinker, Night Stalker, they don't deal any tower damage, and only one that deals is the Furion. So Ursa's gonna go for Deso,
right,
just
yeah.
for extra damage and some extra pushing against that ice armor.
And it's going to be interesting. I mean, yeah, you need that tower pressure from the Death, so they might be initiating. Here we go. Boots of Travel in on the backside. We're going to have a
Oh,
no.
Jimmy.
Silence comes out, and Jimmy messed up another ult, and they're just dying. This could very well be the end of the game here. Pikehead
Yeah.
on the back. He's silenced out, doing a ton of damage. Misery dies in the back. Will they at least bring Pepita down? Here's the Tinker helping out his boy, and they get him. This guy is beyond god, like triple.
4 go down.
He's popping
Quinn
off.
barely able to make it
Jimmy,
away.
huh?
Infamous lose nobody.
What
They're coming
cancel
out.
is?
Calling out the Come With Me Echo Slam.
I didn't see if some canceled it or he just...
I think he just
something had to have. You
slammed the
don't think-
ground.
Oh, he just said F it.
There was a Furion ulti, but I don't think they had a vision.
Yeah. Oh man, that is
Classic Jimmy.
classic Jimmy. You think he goes Dagon next on the Tinker if it goes that far, or just think that's or Bloodstone? We see a lot of late Bloodstones on Tinkers.
He might go for a Bloodstone.
Man, it's hard to say what happened. Did he have an Ags on the Tinker for that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
so
it could have been a Fray laser or something, you know.
bouncing
Who
everywhere,
knows?
yeah.
Rockets, extra set of rockets flying out.
Man, the South American Tinkers. They've always been something special.
Actually, I said during the pick phase they had nothing to stop the Tinker.
Yeah.
That there's not a single hero besides Queen of Pain, but Queen of Pain does not have much items right now. No defensive item besides Yule Scepter. He still needs a BKB to fight, and he still needs Orchid for some damage.
Yep. And the gold graph almost at 20,000 now. And you just look at the top 3 net worths, and even the third highest on Infamous is 3,000 above Queen of Pain, which is just insane. And he has a BKB now after he kills this creep.
I love the build on Silencer, to be honest. I did the same thing like 10 days ago. I was in the game, but was not focused. I was more on a Facebook than I was playing. So I did that build, just refresher, use double ulti. That was pretty much it.
And instantly uses Midas off cooldown, so shout out to him.
Double Midas with refresher. Wow. Mind blowing.
Mind blown. Stinger? What's he going for? Wait, is it Yule's? Yeah. So what's that for? Just to save himself, or is there a specific reason?
Let me see.
It's very rare on... Wait, Yule's takes off Ice Armor
Ice
too,
Ar-
right?
yeah, yeah.
Which is actually a very big thing.
I mean, if you got to get a Yules to take out Ice Armor, then you know Ice Armor's a problem. Like,
Yeah.
something needs to be
Well, that's why-
possibly tweaked.
Yeah, I know a lot of players like Arteezy and stuff are like, if you see a Lich on the other team, you have to pick a Diffusal hero to deal with Ice
Yes.
Armor, which is just
Ugh.
insane that you have to
Yeah.
purchase an item. But Diffusal's really good right now anyway, so I'm sure they're not that mad. And here we
Well-
go, middle lane, Demon. They see Demon, or they go for someone else. Pycat on the back, he's going to get slowed down, but they don't want to commit into a base, I don't think. Probably a smart idea. Tinker's just going to spam out rockets and lasers with the Sprout Vision. And look at that damage.
Ho!
Peter almost goes down
He
here.
does.
He does.
does.
That last rock comes in. Stinger now just, he's soaring. He's like, ulti me. Please, someone ulti me. We are going to have a global, possibly. He's waiting for that silence to go off, maybe. CCNC on the backside now. He's silenced with the Orchid, though. Ulti's going to fly, but he won't go down. That's a triple kill already. These kills, like, he's just sending rockets everywhere. That's a quadruple.
Man, the Ursa just jumps right up into the high ground,
good game.
finds Demon, slashes him out.
Wow.
There's going to be no defensive Echo Slam, and it is Infamous who take the first game of Kings Cup America, shutting down PPD and the Dire for their debut.
That is, I mean, this wasn't just like a 50-minute really grind him and hit him up kind of win. This was a just, we beat you in the laning phase when you have Lich, and then we just beat you the rest of the game, which is nuts.
The problem was the lane swapping. They didn't get much out of it, especially the gyro. I
Yeah.
don't know, and they just destroyed the lanes. Night Stalker was not that active during the first 4 minutes, but after the 8th minute, he did so much.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like usually, if your Night Stalker doesn't do anything, then you're like, oh, we're gonna be behind after that first night. And they have a Lich, but somehow they didn't fall behind. They found like random pickoffs in different lanes, and it felt like Misery as a Tide Hunter. He died quite a bit in the early game. Ended 1-8, highest deaths in the game.
Yeah, I don't want to go as far to say that there was any sort of overconfidence from PPD's team in
Yep.
the Dire, but yeah, maybe they just felt a bit too relaxed. The assertive plays from CCNC, I know you kind of have to make or break and sometimes even take those high-risk plays to be able to assert yourself in the lane, but
Yeah.
he got punished for it, and that just allowed the Tinker to really go far. And like you were saying, you know, Misery being in the off lane, who knows if that's something that they were expecting that he'd have to just
even
jump
do
into.
today.
Yeah.
Also,
And then stand in Demon.
they swapped the roles, to be honest.
Because of that, yes.
Zai is not here, so Jimmy's playing off lane. Misery, okay, Misery was playing at off lane. Yeah.
I mean, he's experienced it. It just, it's hard for me to think about how this game, like, I see how it progressed, but it's just insane. It ended 29-9, and the Tinker was
16 to
perfect.
1.
He played perfectly. Like, besides maybe a little bit in that very early game with his lasers, he played perfectly 98% of the game, which is what you need to do as a Tinker.
Fantastic showing from Infamous. It's going to be a good, confident start. Our
Oh, yeah.
ending score 9-29 for the first game. It only takes about 27 minutes to get it done, but that is just one of many Dota games that are going to be happening today. So we're going to cut to a small break. When we come back, it's time for game number 2 of the Dire taking on Infamous. We'll be back.